Hello guys and welcome back to our podcast. We've got Maas&Staple here.
Yep, hello, and we've got Michael Maas, also known as Maas.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here back in the hood with the boys today. So today there's been a Nobel Prize nominee just recently that's been nominated for this prize by the name of Gretel. Her name is. She's an environmental activist. Her parents are also activists towards the environmental sector. I think that's what you'd call it, would you?
Yeah, I'd say that. And yeah, it's for a, I think it was a Peace Prize or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Anyway, so today we thought we might be talking about the environment and the environmental episode today.
And the impact on the earth at the moment.
Yeah. So the first thing we'll go into is, we'll come up with the segments. So segment one, we'll be talking about climate change and how much it has an effect on Earth and all that. Then we'll go into animal extinction, plastic pollution, and then we'll go into global warming a little bit.
All right. That sounds like a good idea.
We might have a few other things that we might want to add on to it as well.
All right.
Excuse me, I've got a bit of like a hay fever, so that's why my throat's a bit, up in here and there.
I think he sounds fine, actually.
All right. Okay, so climate change. So, Stephen, tell me what you reckon climate change is?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you think climate change is?
Obviously, as the name implies, climate change is the changing of the climate. Storms getting worse and earthquakes getting higher, and overall it'll get to the point where disasters are so bad every year where we're going to destroy the planet. Okay, yeah. So we've also had bushfires here in Australia, and it's proving to be a point that the temperatures are increasing, which is creating more of a danger for bushfires. So I think that is where climate change is coming in effect. It is there, but it's not to the point where we should be worried about it, but we're not really worried about it as we should be. Yeah, well, I was seeing on the news the other day of the fires. Apparently in like 5-10 years from now, the fire that happened in New South Wales, that real bad one, apparently we're going to be seeing like that every month or two, like in a few years apparently. Like it's going to be a common thing every...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I read though,
yeah.
But yeah.
So climate change is coming in effect.
Getting a bit lost there, eh?
I am actually, yeah.
Hold on guys, he's just taking a look through the notes.
I've got literally no notes here. I'm looking into blank space at the moment.
Come on, Mike. You got to try to trick the audience.
No, I don't have to trick them at all. Yeah, Stephen, you can do the talking, mate. You know more about climate change than I do.
What are we talking about, Greta, though? Or are we going to change subject?
We can talk about it if you want.
All right, we're just going to touch on her. Sorry, we're just going to touch on her for a second. Basically, she's been awarded with this Peace Prize, and basically...
she's been nominated for it.
Yeah, sorry, she's been nominated for it.
Yeah.
And the only thing she's really done for the world is... Let's just say this. She's just looked like I'm doing now, is staring at a camera and saying, "You monsters, you need to change the world. I haven't done anything." Like, okay, she's spreading awareness, guys, but I just want to point out she's not helping the planet. I think, yeah, and okay, I'll just end that there. But basically, we just need more people like politicians, Scott Morrison and all that. We just need more people to stand up and actually do something. I think like people aren't just doing like what they should do. All right, on to you, Mike.
Yeah, so about this Gretel girl, I travel quite a bit for work and for holidays. She goes on more fucking aeroplanes than I do in a month. She uses more fucking fossil fuels than I do, and it creates more... Like, I don't know how to explain it. It creates
dangers to the environment.
Yeah, dangers to the environment, and which I know it's not much effect on an aircraft and all that or whatever. I do know that they do improve it each year and blah, 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 blah. And cars are getting better with fuel economy and all that. But still, you're still hurting the environment by going on TV, letting alone using batteries that are rechargeable or whatever. And you're still harming the environment by travelling to each fucking country to talk about something that you're a fucking hypocrite about, you know?
Also, it's a thing to say as well. Like she's using first class as well, and when she goes on trains, she always goes on business or first class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she's actually not fixing the world. She's a part of the problem, just like some of us are.
Not so. Everyone's a part of the problem, actually. There are things that you can do to change climate, to create less harm of climate change, like riding a push bike to work. Running or walking, whatever, even though you're breathing out carbon dioxide, but it's not as much as a car.
I saw the pun there.
Yeah.
Carbon I don't know. Anyway, go on.
Okay, no, I don't even know what he's talking about.
Alright, never mind then.
No, you're all good. You're all good. Anyway. Yeah, so anyway, so the the climate change is happening at the moment. It is creating an effect on the world. The Amazon River, the Amazon rainforest has been burning up. There's quite a lot of bushland, as you would know, or rainforest.
Actually, it always burns up. I think it's just a bit worse.
Yeah, you shouldn't. If there's a rainforest on fire, that's an issue. Because the rainforest shouldn't be on fire. It's called a rainforest for a reason. It should be wet, moist, not fucking...
And silky.
Yeah, and silky.
And silky, yeah.
A lot of snakes inside it. But anyway, it shouldn't be on fire anyway. It should be... It's a rainforest. It shouldn't be on fire. If there's a rainforest on fire, there's a fucking issue. And that's climate change happening right now in this world.
Yeah, also, what are your thoughts on all the politicians who say it's not real and it's just a figment of our mind and it's just the media, it's just media propaganda? What's your thoughts on that?
They're just part of the Illuminati, I reckon.
They're part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, well, there's this apparent conspiracy theory of people controlling us, what we do every day. On another planet, I don't know if they're the Illuminati or if they're on another planet or if they're on the moon, whatever, it doesn't really matter where they are. But apparently there's someone that is controlling us, so if we want to move or talk or whatever, they are controlling it for us. So if I put my hand like that, that means they're pressing a button to make me go like that, you know what I mean?
I thought we were talking about climate change. What is this?
I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, it's the government trying to control us, or the Illuminati, you know? Well, there's a secret fucking
organization,
planet or whatever that's controlling humans.
Yeah, I guess I kind of see that point, but my take on those politicians is they just want to get votes from people.
They just want to get money as well. Money.
Yeah, they just want to get votes from the Flat Earth Society and people like that who believe in shit like that. That's probably one of the reasons why they even spread this propaganda. I think there's a lot of people out there who are divided on it for some reason, and they just don't see that we need to stop using fossil fuels.
Yeah, no, Elon Musk, he's this where Elon Musk comes into this fossil fuels thing. This guy's creating cars that are more eco-friendly to the environment than a normal car is. And he's trying to make more of them cars so they're more cheaper for everyone else. But then also he's trying to help Australia out by saying, oh, I'll put this in for you guys. And the government's saying, no, you can't do that. Like he's built this world's biggest battery in the middle of Adelaide. I think it's Adelaide. No, in the middle of South Australia, where it supplies enough electricity for everyone to have in South Australia. I think that's what, if I remember.
Really? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's the world's biggest battery and it supplies electricity for them. I don't know if it's for the whole of South Australia or if it's some parts of South Australia, but it does supply electricity for some people there. And we need more things more like that, more batteries, more wind turbines, solar panels. They need to be cheaper for us to
use.
Not to use, but more cheaper for people to buy, so we don't have to keep on relying on electricity like coal and petrol to run the cars, and we can buy cheap electricity cars. We've got the Nissan Leaf, I think that's out now. We've also got Tesla, electric car. I think BMW are bringing out, I think it's BMW.
Electric trucks. I've been seeing lots stuff on that.
There's one electric truck, Tesla have made electric truck. Toyota's made electric cars as well. I've got one. But it's half petrol, it's a hybrid anyway. So it doesn't affect the environment as much as the other cars do. So climate change is there, and we do need to sort out something about it before it's too late, because we've got people dying of asthmatic attacks due to the climate change, of fires and all that, and different climates changing all of a sudden. I think in the next 5 years, I think the temperature will go up by 1 degree. Antarctica is fucking melting.
1 degree, mate. No, it'll be a lot higher than that.
No, it's 1 degree apparently. I think they predicted
1 degree. Nah.
Yeah,
it'll be like 50, 60 degrees in Australia next 10 years. That's what I reckon.
What?
It'll get to the point where it gets way too hot.
No. Every 5 years I think it gets up by 1 degree. I think that's how it worked out to be. So that's from what I read. Where am I going with this today?
I don't know, mate. It looks like you're going into a pretty good argument, so.
Anyway, so climate change is there, and what about this? Yeah, I'm still tired. I haven't had much sleep lately. I've only had 15 hours sleep in the last 3 days, because I've got this guy messaging me at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, you're replying to the messages anyway. That's your fault too, mate.
Yeah, I've also been playing Minecraft as well, getting back into that Minecraft. So even I'm causing climate change as well by playing video games and messaging Stephen in the morning. So Stephen, you got anything else to add to about climate change and why it's here?
Well, I think it's pretty evident why it's here.
Yeah.
We're just using too much fossil fuels, and I think was it next 100 years, was it, when it's going to run out, the fossil fuel? Well, the fossil fuels, they're going to run out soon. Our generation, I think at some point. Actually, no, it'll be maybe a bit after that. But anyway, the point is we need to, definitely invest in more renewable energy in Australia. We've got the resources for it, but we aren't doing it. But for people like Scott Morrison in office, I think, yes, we aren't going to get any changes if we keep this government.
Yeah, about the recycling bins here in Australia, they're the most fucking confusing things you could possibly think of. Like, you chuck one bit of plastic in the bin. We've got some plastic. 2 types of plastic. You think, well, okay, I'll chuck this in the plastic, like the recycling bin, I'll chuck this in the other bin, right? The red bin, or the general bin. And you think, okay, I'm doing the right thing, but this thing ends up being recyclable and this one's not. And then you get a fucking fine in the fact. It's just like, what's the point of trying to recycle for the environment when you try and do your thing and then you do the wrong thing at the same time? Like, if you don't like it, just chuck in, they've got people who sort out the shit between all the recycling, plastics and all that kind of bullshit, who do it for us. So why should we have to do it anyway in the first place when they could just go, okay, well, that's not plastic. And it's giving more people jobs as well. You know what I mean, Stephen?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just absolutely fucked here in Australia. We're trying to recycle shit. It's more harder than doing the fucking dishes.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, final thoughts on on climate change and what
and Gretel.
Yeah, well, I guess Gretel, but
we'll go back to her.
We got 3 minutes left though.
Yeah, I know we do. Yeah, that's what the camera's showing on there. Yeah, so the climate change is coming, or it has come. It has hit us. It has been proven to us. It is here. Temperatures are getting warmer. We are getting dry conditions. Rainforests shouldn't be dry. They should be wet and moist.
Well, like I said, it's always on fire. The Amazon, it's meant to be on fire.
It shouldn't be on fucking fire. It's a rainforest.
Yeah, but it's on every year. It's been on fire.
Yeah, but it's a rainforest. It shouldn't be not be on fire.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is it's just a bit worse than what it usually is.
Yeah, it shouldn't be on fire. That's the point I'm getting at. It's a rainforest, not a fucking. It's a jungle, rainforest. It's not a fucking bush.
Yeah.
It's not a desert, you know. It shouldn't be dry. It should be fucking wet. So no fire can be caused off it. So that's what I'm trying to get at. Climate change is changing the Amazon River. It is changing Australian rainforests, Indonesian rainforests, and making them drier places where they shouldn't be fucking dry in the first place because they are fucking rainforests, not bushland or farming land. You know, they are rainforests. They are wet and moist, not fucking dry. Anyway, that's what I'm getting at with climate change. Nothing that should be wet should be dry. Yeah. I think that's my rant over with climate change. What's your final opinion?
Okay, my final thoughts are Greta. I think Greta is a bit of a hypocrite. Besides that, yeah, we need to do something, guys. We need to do something about this environment. I think actors and that peaked. Anyway, actors and politicians need to step up. They need to step up the plate. Step up on the plate and do something. All right. Okay. We'll end it there. Don't forget to like, sub, and
not only actors. It should be everyone. Should do their thing for the environment and to help climate change. Not just actors only. It should be everyone. I reckon personally.
Yeah, but the common people like us, we can't do much.
We can do something about it. We can plant a tree, or we can do something about it, like recycling stuff properly and all that. Anyway, so we can do our stuff to help out climate change. Right. Yeah, right. Continue on. Sorry, Stephen.
All right, don't forget to like, sub, and...
ring the notification bell. I finally got it this time. I finally learned what that was. Anyway, it just gives you notifications about us, the podcast, when it's coming up, and when our behind-the-scenes videos and all that are coming up as well.
All right, we'll see you for the next one.
Catch you later, guys.
All right, no, for this one. Hello, guys. Welcome back to the next episode. I'm Staple, and this is...
Mars.
This is Mars. Yep, Michael Mars. All right, and today we're going to be talking about...
We've talked about the environment. So we're talking about the environment today. We've talked about climate change, and next we're going to be talking about animal extinction. And what's that got to do with the environment? So every day we live... We are technically humans. Humans are animals, sorry. And due to overpopulation of humans, we can cause animals to die off. Say for example, here in Australia, they've got to move away from us. So the snakes, they've got to find other bushlands, koalas, kangaroos. They don't like humans to be around us as much, due to noise and all that. They like to be in their own little quiet places. So
they need to call the police because it's too noisy in the neighbourhood.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they're gonna call it the emu buddies, you know.
Is that a good metaphor? Or not really.
Yeah, kind of. Could be a bit of a joke. Anyway, so we've got animal extinction is happening at the moment. We've got not many species of animals that we used to in the wild. And the way that we're helping out this animal species is by growing them in zoos and then releasing them out into the wild. But then they don't get that. They're learning stages of how to fight for their survival and for their homes and all that in a zoo. So we've got to try and find a way of we can create more housing for people, but then have to have less area so animals could have more room to live, because at the end of the day, they do help us. Like snakes, they do eat rats and all that, and they could be full of species, like they could be full of how to explain it?
Some diseases.
Diseases, yeah, something like that.
Yep, disease.
Yes. So snakes do help us out in a way, but we know we don't like snakes, but people do cut snakes and use their skin scales or whatever they're called for handbag materials. Even crocodiles as well, people use them for.
Yeah, they use it for handbags all the time, crocodile wallets as well, yep.
So we're going to try and find a way of not killing animals for our own leisure, and try and find a way of trying to make the same quality in material, but that's the same as like crocodile skin or snake skin or something like that, if that makes any sense. So what would you say to animal extinction, Stephen?
I'd say it's a horrible thing to happen, and I hope we can find a way to fix it.
It doesn't help when you've got people who go out shooting in Africa and all that for elephants' heads and rhinos.
I just need to put something in here. The people who hunt in that, I think they shouldn't do it, but I think for some for some animals that aren't around or like that aren't near extinct, I mean it's okay if they hunt like a little bit, but I think there should definitely be like worldwide ban on the ones that are extinct. You should not be allowed to kill them and eat them for your own leisure, or you know what I mean?
If they're extinct, they're all dead.
Yes, if they're on the brink of extinction.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, endangered species.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I reckon they shouldn't hunt for them anyway in the first place. Unless...
What if they need food, though? If they're surviving in wilderness?
Who?
The people hunting. What if they need to kill to live?
Oh, you mean like indigenous communities and all across the world?
Yeah, or
like the ones that don't the people who don't survive off human,
or the people who live in the country and they have to rely off hunting. There's some people who do that every week.
Yeah, you mean like people that live in huts and
yeah.
So yeah.
That's what I'm going towards.
Yeah, the indigenous people.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. But people who do it for leisure, or for a hobby, or for people who do it to get animals off their property shouldn't really have that choice to do it. Due to maybe you could say kill off wild rabbits, foxes, maybe. But really, we shouldn't really be doing it because we do need those animals to live in a way to stop us from getting other diseases, parasites, and what from happening to us as a human species, because we do get sick by animals carrying off other diseases. I suppose this is where the coronavirus comes in, swine flu as well.
I guess in a way. Yeah, I guess in a way.
They do come from animals. Like I'm pretty sure the swine flu came off bats.
No, that was the coronavirus.
No, swine.
The coronavirus, part of it came off rats and
Rats,
and bats.
Oh, okay. I know rabies comes off
monkeys.
Yeah, monkeys and bats. If it's here in Australia, it's bats, but over in Asian countries, it's monkeys and bats. So those animals do need to be killed off because we don't want serious outbursts of diseases spreading like that around, because we don't need any more of those because they are pretty deadly, and when they do outbreak, there's no really stopping them unless there's a cure for it or there's something that can stop it from happening from more dramatically.
And the official numbers never gets released either, the total death toll. It's sort of propaganda, so they do less death toll on the news than it actually is as well.
It depends which society, which country you live in, all that.
Yeah, but most of the time they do it if there's more than, let's say there's 1,000, but there's actually like 5,000. It's to not spread panic in the area.
Oh,
in the local news.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
sorry.
You're all good. Just don't let it happen again. I'm joking.
No, it will.
Okay, that was badass, taking a drink at the same time.
Classy.
Yes, if you do say so.
Yeah, if I do say so myself, very classy.
You do a nod and yes? Or
Yes.
that's an inside joke from our class. Stephen got interviewed and he did that, and yeah, became a meme at TAFE, or at our course. So that was quite funny. Yeah, so animal extinction is there. It is happening. People do need to stop trying to kill off animals. But then also there is the stage where you try and kill off, like say for example sharks. There are some species of sharks where there are too many. They're vicious towards humans. So the government do try and put an act in to try and catch them. But then other sharks which are endangered get caught into these traps and end up dying. So that's also another thing. Do we leave that one species that's trying to kill off humans? Well, not kill off the humans.
If we killed off too much sharks, like the whole sea ecosystem would be fucked.
It would be fucked, yeah. There is a reason why these animals are still here today and they haven't died off. Because they are here to help us, and we're meant to help them, not for us to be killing off their environment for, I don't know, say for example landfill, or for us to build on more housing and overpopulation of us. Yeah, so I reckon we need to stop building more on their land and build more onto our land, and it's all about sharing the ecosystem with everyone, with all the other species of animals.
Yeah, we're a part of their world. We're not a part. I mean, I said it wrong. We are a part of their. Yeah, we are part of their world, and we have entered in and just destroyed all their habitat. So, and when you think about it in that way, yeah, we might need to tone down a little bit.
Yeah,
on the building and all that.
It's alright to kill off insects inside your house and all that, like ants. They do become a little pain in the ass, especially when you're trying to sleep at night and they're crawling up into your underwear. It's alright to kill off bugs and all that. We do need bugs though
we need bugs for protein.
Yeah, we could say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently there are in our bed there's these little microscopic bugs that live inside our bed and carpet and all that.
Are you talking about bed bugs?
No, not big. These are microscopic bugs.
Bed bug is really tiny too.
No, but these are even smaller.
Oh.
And they actually, like all of our dead skin cells and all that, they actually...
Yeah, that's bed bugs.
No, there's a smaller bed, like...
That's what bed bugs do. They eat your dead skin.
Yeah, I know.
And it falls off.
Yeah, I know, but like they're in carpet. Like every square...
Lice. No, you're talking about.
Lice are in your hair.
Well, I mean like the bugs that go on dogs and that.
No.
There's another one.
Yeah, okay. Lice are not microscopic. Lice are like bigger. Lice are like that big.
Alright.
Anyway, bed bugs are small. There's bugs that are even smaller than that. They live in carpet, and 1 square centimetre of carpet, there's about 1 million of them that live in this carpet. And I think, every 10 centimetre square, there is 1 million of these little tiny microscopic bugs that eat our dead, skin cells and all that. Yeah, I know. It's quite scary.
Wow. Yum.
But there's a lot of them there, and we don't know that they're there because we stand on them, we just feel carpet, but they're actually there. I'm not sure if they die if we stand on one or not, but yeah.
So there's nothing to be afraid of.
No, nothing to be afraid of. No. But there's always shit crawling into us and all that, so we do need to keep an eye out on how much bugs there are in the house and all that. Sometimes we do need these bugs because we keep on having dead skin cells built up in our beds and carpet and all that crap. Yeah, like stuff will start to stink, stuff will start to it'll be messy. You don't want to really know.
Everything has a reason.
Yeah, so everything has a reason. That's why it's here today in our society. Why diseases are being carried in animals, I've got no idea. I don't know if that's something to do with the government. I think that might be something to do with the government, that.
Well, everyone's saying for the coronavirus, it's it's all in in the Chinese markets. That's where it came from when they were selling all the bat soup.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And because it was contacted through the bats and they were selling it and everyone was buying it in their houses and then basically just spread all across town. I don't know how reliable that is, but...
In this town, do you know how many people there are in that little town?
A billion?
There's about... No, not a billion. There's a billion in China. I think it's 1.4 billion people living in China. In this one town that this coronavirus spread from, there is 22 million people living in this town.
Wow, that's quite a lot.
There's been 900 cases of people having this coronavirus. No, 900 people getting killed of this coronavirus so far. That's what the whole world's released. This is what China has said, like, we've got this many people who've died. But we all know with countries like China and all that, they're not going to tell us the real numbers of...
Yeah.
It's been proven in another case where the death row, like China still does have death row. In America, they released the exact numbers of how many people been killed along death row. So does Saudi Arabia, surprisingly. Like, they do release how many people get killed in death row. And with the China, there's thousands of people that go missing and they don't know what happened to them. Like, people ask for, like, their family members ask for these people back and they go, oh, we don't know where they've gone. They've gone off the face of the earth. Type of thing. And people keep that shit quiet. They do. While the rest, all the other countries, they go, oh, what's happened here? So there is something suspicious about this coronavirus just releasing out of all of a sudden, where no one has actually heard of it until now.
Yeah, have you also heard the case of the doctor guy, scientist, the one who discovered the virus 2 months before? He told Chinese officials and everything. They said, we don't believe you. And then when it first came out, he died from it.
Yeah, no, I actually heard about that. So apparently he died of it, but I reckon he did not die of it. I reckon the Chinese government who gave it to them
killed him.
Yeah, killed him.
Yeah, that's probably more plausible.
For saying something about it in the first place, because he did disappear at one stage as well, that doctor. Yeah,
it's always shady when people talk up against the government, against them. Something always happens to these people, so...
Do you reckon something happened to us?
What?
Are we talking about government and all that, or...?
Yeah, well, we'll have a SWAT team come in next podcast, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm a bit scared now, eh? No, we've probably got we're probably okay. We're alright. We're not talking shit about anyone. We're just saying what we think, not what it's... We don't know if it's true or not, we're just saying what we think.
We're just saying our...
in our opinion, you know?
Our good opinion.
Yeah, our good opinion. And two great minds think alike.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's what we're just saying is our opinion, not anything that's been... Well, we do say the facts, but we also do say our opinions as well.
Yeah, we try to back up what we say. We try to, yeah. If you have any concerns about what we say, tell me in the comments. Yeah. I mean, tell us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You send us an email through our Facebook page or you can send us a message in the messenger chat that we've got on our page as well. You can send us a message, private message, or even the comments below in the YouTube channel. Is that right? Yeah, and even
in the comments.
Yeah, if you've got a problem with what we say, you're more than welcome to tell us. You know, we're not going to get offended or anything like. We're going to consider it, and we'll change how we talk about things a little bit, as we are trying to do at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, if I do say so myself, yes. So animal extinction. Give us your final thoughts about it, Stephen. Like, how can we stop it, and why is it happening?
Animal extinction, how do we stop it? Well, first of all, I agree with you, Seth. Well, we should have way less poachers, people killing animals for sport, maybe a bit less, but if you're surviving of killing animals, then it's fine. More or less than that. the government just needs to do more shit about the fires and all that in Australia, and I think we'll have less extinct animals through that as well. And yeah, maybe just less killing animals and making soup out of them, like with bats and sharks. I think maybe a tiny bit less of that should be going on, and more the Chinese government again, like how they're killing whales and all that as well. It's
Japanese as well.
Yeah, it's fucked up, and we need more government intervention. Yeah,
there is a tradition that they do over in Japan as well, where they have whale soup. Been happening for thousands.
Is there whale soup as well?
Yeah, there's a whale soup.
Wow, they do so. Yeah. They have lots of soup.
Yeah, no, I think it is the tradition that they have is a whale soup that they've got. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, well, back then they didn't know that. They just thought, okay, what was a whale? Let's go and cook it up. But just like some people at more high school, or they like to cook things up, a bit. So I think we've got 2 minutes left on our camera. Is that what it's saying there? 1 minute. Okay, so we're gonna get going now. Alrighty, so we're gonna go into plastic pollution next. Catch you guys later.
All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and press that notification
bell. Yeah.
All right, hello guys, welcome back. We are up to episode 4, segment 3. I'm Staple, and this is
Michael Maas. Yo, what's up?
All right, today we will be discussing.
So we discussed environmental stuff. So far, we have discussed climate change and animal extinction. So now we're up to plastic pollution. Let's just see him there playing with a slate a little bit. He likes playing with a slate. So plastic pollution. So we use plastic pretty much every day for drinking out of bottles and all that. There are some places in this world where the bottom of the ocean is completely full of plastic. By 2055, there'll be more. I think that's the number of the year, if I remember correctly. There'll be more.
2040.
Oh, 2040 was it?
Yeah, I think it was around there.
Yeah, something like that. I think you're hitting the G spot there, Rich Stephen.
Yeah, I think so too.
There is more fucking plastic. There will be more plastic in the ocean than there is fish, and I think that is a big environmental issue there, especially with some plastics actually having a toxic particle inside them which can harm the environment. Not only harm the environment, the coral reefs, fish, us humans can have an effect on us.
Yeah, contaminate the waterway.
Yeah, the waterways. Yeah, that's correct. So Stephen, do you watch many videos or read many articles about plastic pollution, or?
Not really. I've seen a few videos on it. I know that on the Great Barrier Reef, I'm pretty sure I read there's some revival project going on to revive some of the I forgot what it was now.
The coral reef.
Revive some of the coral reef and bring it back to its former glory. Somehow with this device, was it? I can't remember.
Yeah,
but basically, they're using this device or something to bring it back to its former glory to get rid of the plastics. So I think in the next few years we might have a breakthrough, hopefully.
So I've actually heard about a little bit about coral reefs and all that. If you want to make your own coral reef, you can actually do it with the right. Not sure how to make it, but if you can make it, it is possible, and you can sell it for a good price, and you can get money off it. It is actually very expensive stuff, coral, and they do put it back in the ocean, and coral reef. How they work is.
You mean coral?
Yeah, coral. Yeah.
Not coral reef.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, if coral, you put it in one spot on a rock, for example, and it does grow around that rock eventually. So that's how corals are made, kind of thing. Yeah, so plastic is taking over pretty much our modern life, and we are trying ways of like bamboo sticks, plates and all that, rather than using plastics on picnics to get rid of this plastic, which I think it's a good idea.
Paper straws.
Paper straws. That's something I do disagree on, because you're probably wasting more paper than you are actually, and cutting down more trees than you are actually helping the environment on that one. So I do, and then the paper straws are absolutely fucked, especially in movie theaters, or you go into like a nightclub and they have fucking paper straws. There's nothing worse than drinking out of a paper straw. First.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just going to button here. Yeah, the thing with the plastic straws is they always break. They always break. I found when I drink out of the
plastic straws.
Drink bottle.
I mean paper straws.
Yeah, paper.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, they always break when I'm in movie theatre. There was one time there was an adult in the theatre, and I'm drinking the straw, and the whole thing just rips apart. So I was like, what do I do now? So I had to take the lid off, and I had to skull it like a beer. So yeah, I think they should revert back to the plastic.
Yeah,
I agree.
plastic straws and that. But then also at the same time, they do get into waterways and they do affect the environment. But there's just some things that you keep the same type of thing, like
some things that you can keep the same.
Or you just don't have you just don't have it in the first place. So you create glass cups, and if you want to drink at the movie theaters, you got to have that glass cup. Like Royal Caribbean, they're very good at this. They have, when you buy a drinks package, they have a cup that you can refill at any time you want during the cruise ship. You got to pay for the drinks package, obviously, but it's quite cheap. I think other cruise ship companies do it as well. But anyway, it's a cup, and then you can get your drink whenever you want through this cup. You can wash it out. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. You can piss in it or shit in it if you want to. But
I mean, you can do that, but
yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's your own cup. But you can fill it up at a drink fountain that's anywhere around the cruise ship. Anyway, so I reckon movie theaters should head towards that way. So if you want to drink, you should be able to bring your own cup there and go, okay, well, there's a chip inside the thing saying you need to pay for a meal. Okay, here you go. Here's the cup fountain, and let's fill it up with whatever you want, drink in it. For example, I reckon that's what they should do. They should all get together and say, okay, instead of having this misleading of a paper fucking straw that you have to drink out of and it fucking breaks halfway through the movie, or that taste the Coke. Like, you want to taste that Coke, freshly Coke. You
want it to go down your throat and just feel the moistness of the sugar.
You want to taste that feeling.
Yeah.
You want to taste that feeling.
You want to taste that feeling the whole way through.
Yeah.
We're going to get copyright banned for this.
I don't think we are.
All right.
No, we're not advertising.
There might be a chance, but...
No, anyway, cola. We'll just say cola. If you want to taste that cola through... Like, you want to taste it. You don't want to be tasting fucking paper through... When you're drinking through, like...
Yeah, great.
You know what I mean. Like, everyone knows what I'm talking about here. It's just fucking bullshit. You have to drink out of a paper straw. Anyway, I'm getting ranting on too much about a paper straw.
Yeah, you're getting a bit carried away there.
But it's true. You want to be tasting Coke, not a paper. Anyway, so the plastic pollution... We'll get back to plastic pollution now. So Apple have decided to make a new charging point again, but the European Society, what do you want to call it? The European blah blah blah.
European Union.
Yeah, something like that.
Is that what you mean? Or?
Yeah, they've said no, you can't do that. You have to go to the C drive USB. Is it called? You know about this stuff than I do. The C USB is it called?
Wait, what do you mean?
You know that new type of USB.
Oh, USB-C.
USB-C, yeah. So they're saying no, Apple. You have to go to the
USB-C standard
for plastic, for the reasons of pollution happening around the world. You have to go to that standards rather than making a brand new fucking charging point.
Well, they also lost the rights to the Thunderbolt.
Oh, did they?
The one that's in the iPhones now. They've lost their contract on that.
Oh, okay. That's why they're probably changing it then. So, so the European Union or whatever it is, they've said, no, you have to get your shit together, Apple, because you have to go with what everyone else is saying. We've got 10 minutes left on the, what our camera is saying there. Stephen's just pointed out 10 minutes we've got left, so that's halfway through the segment. Anyway, yeah, so that's one good thing about is companies are getting there, like they are wanting to help the environment. So I reckon if Apple do follow along with the USB-C, they're helping out everyone in a way of cost-wise and also environmental issues as well, because people do lose their iPhone cable, or not iPhone, or they use their micro USB. Is it micro USB? Is it called?
Yeah.
In the Samsung, yeah. People do lose them, and they drop out of cars, and then they get into the wildlife and all that bullshit, and then
snakes eat them.
Yeah, or anyone eat. Well, not anyone, but yeah, animals do eat them, and they start to choke on them. Yeah.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, well, we know what some people do when they choke on things. Anyway. Oh God. Anyway, we definitely get some criticism of this one.
This is PG-13, guys.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, don't think dirty-minded. Well, then you'll know what we're talking about. Anyway, yeah. So we do know what's going to happen if they do start choking on things. They're going to end up dying. Yeah. So plastic pollution, it's affecting our world, as in it's hurting the environment. But then also at the same time, plastics, when you burn them off as well. I was never told this until I was in science class in year 10, I think it was. Mr. James was telling us about this. Mr. James, if you're watching, shout out to you, mate.
Fucking legend.
Yeah. Anyway, he was telling us that plastic, if you burn it, it does get into our lungs, and it can stay there forever in our lungs. If plastic,
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes, if it burns, that's why firefighters wear the masks and all that, because if plastic burns and gets in their lungs, it stays in their lungs.
Oh, right, and then they can get a disease later on. Is that right?
Yeah, you can get some sort of infection, or the lungs can't spread out how they usually do.
Oh, okay.
Because the plastic does dry up when it's... Yeah, it's like the rainforest again, going back to the rainforest where they should be dry, they should be wet rather than dry. Well, anyway, plastic becomes dry, gets in the lungs, and it becomes wet, and it stays like that, and you can't spread the lungs out as much because you've got the plastic stuck to the lungs. So yeah, I think that's how it kind of works. From what I remember him saying, I haven't been year 10 since 7 years ago, so I am quite fucking old. So I can't remember exactly what everything was said, but it does get into your lungs and it stays in your lungs forever. It's not like if you have a cigarette or something like that, it eventually comes out, but it's still there. But it's
all right.
It does eventually does come out over time, but like your lungs can. Like guys, don't smoke anyway. It's very bad for you. But yeah, it can come. Most of it does come out eventually, but there's only a small proportion of smoke. So if you keep on smoking for a number of years, it does stay in your lungs, and you'll end up dying from some sort of smoking inhalation.
Inhalement.
Yeah, inhalement, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, it does stay in there, but it also does come out. But plastic, it stays in your lungs, and it stays in your lungs. Yeah, especially fungi as well. If you have a fungus problem inside your house, like in a bathroom, and you have wet, moist, like from the hot water comes up, it does come into your lungs as well. Yeah, and it does create infections. You do get more sick and more prone to get sick. Trust me, it does happen. Yeah, so plastic can also harm humans in a way of if it's been burnt.
Oh, you need to be a tiny bit closer.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Back? Yep.
Right, there we go. So it can harm us with our lungs. Yeah, I'm not really what else to say about plastic as such, but Stephen might have some bit more about what he knows about plastic and what it does to the environment. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I'll let you continue on.
All right, I know about fuck all about this subject, so plastic's bad. Well, it can be bad to the environment, and yeah, we shouldn't have it. Fish every day are getting killed by the plastic ring things. I don't know what they're called. You know how it gets across their neck.
Oh yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. So off a bottle there is a plastic thing that joins the lid and it connects it together.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
They do come off bottles, and fish do get stuck in them. 6-pack. So back in, I don't know if they still do it or not, but back in the day, when you want to buy a 6-pack of beers, they were connected to a plastic rings, 6 of them, like 3 on each side, and they were 6. So cans would hang off this plastic ring. And turtles, I do know. I think in one movie I did see there was a documentary, a turtle's neck through one of those plastic things that used to hold the cans in. So people, make sure you put your rubbish away, like plastics. Octopuses also get stuck inside, amazingly, inside plastic bottles. Turtles do eat.
Eat them and eat plastic as well.
Yeah, they eat plastic bags because they think it's jellyfish, because they eat jellyfish to eat, and they think it's a jellyfish, but it's actually a plastic bag. Gets stuck in their throat, and they end up dying because they can't breathe through the water or out of the water like how a turtle should be able to breathe. So it's like it's like a kid looking at a laundry bottle that has poison in it, and they go, "Oh, look at these pretty colours." This is a turtle with a plastic bag, right? They think, "Oh, look at that! It's some sort of food or something I can eat." Or a kid sees a colourful bottle, they're going to go, "Oh, look at that, mummy! I'm going to drink that," and they drink it, and they end up dying. Well, it's like a battery. If they eat a battery, they're pretty much dead. Through to all the mercury and what's inside a battery that creates that energy for us to, use stuff.
Radiation.
Not really radiation.
Isn't it kind of radiation, mercury? I thought it was. Maybe
sure.
I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, mercury's poisonous to humans. I know that. They can't eat it.
Okay.
It's like a turtle can't eat plastic bag because it gets stuck in their throat.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how a turtle sees. It's like a kid looking at a colourful bottle and they think, "Oh, let's drink it." And it's actually a laundry bottle with poison in it. A turtle sees a plastic bag, they think, "Oh, it's food," but they eat it and it's like, "Oh, it's too late now, we're fucked." That's what I know about plastic and what it does to the environment and how what it actually does. So make sure you pick up your rubbish, put it in the bin. If you go to McDonald's, make sure you put or any of those places, like takeaway places, make sure you put your rubbish back put it in the bin where it should be going.
And don't just leave it there either.
Yeah.
Ever.
Or chuck it out of the car if you're going through drive-through. It's true though.
That's a good idea.
Cigarette butts as well. People do chuck them out of the car. It also does harm the environment. It may start a fire, or it might not, but an animal's going to come and eat the filter anyway, and the filter, it's not very good for that animal as well. Well, they're not going to have a very pleasant day unless someone comes along and picks them and go, "Oh, look at this animal, it's like it's hurt itself." And they take it to the vet. "Oh, but they've smoked a cigarette filter." It's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." So anyway, I think we'll leave it there. I reckon.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Sorry guys, I don't know much about plastics and stuff. I think next time we'll just research more about topic before we head balls deep into it. Anyway,
I think our next
what?
episode, I think you'll have a lot more information about it. You'd have a lot more to say about it than I do. So our next episode is going to be about artificial intelligence, with robots and all that being created. So that should be something that we should all be looking forward to. And Stephen,
dreading.
Yeah, and Stephen knows a bit more about that technology stuff than I do. I'm not very good with technological stuff, like he does with robots. Like I know how things work, well, some things work, but he knows how computer stuff works, and I don't. So anyway, that's where we'll go for the next episode. We'll go with artificial intelligence. But anyway, our next segment will be about global warming, and we might even include other things as well that to do with the environment.
Isn't it the same thing? Global warming and climate change?
Global warming's
I thought it was the same thing.
The ozone layer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's easy to get confused. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, we'll see you for the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and
press the notification bell that's on the next to subscribe button on YouTube.
make sure it's on all as well.
Yeah, on all of them, not just some of them, because you don't want to be, destination fucked. Okay, all right, we'll catch you guys in the next segment. We'll be back soon. All right, catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, hello guys. Welcome to episode 4, segment 4. Today we're going to be going through global warming. So, Michael, what are the main factors you would say that really contribute to this global warming?
So, I reckon global warming, how things happen with global warming is through people using electricity like coal, fossil fuels, like coal to make electricity, creates an atmosphere. Also, driving cars every day, using as much of that carbon footprint as much as you can to try and create that global warming. I think that's how it's all created. I've got my notes on a different page here, so I've actually one, I think. It's somewhere else. Okay, yeah, no, we're fucked. Anyway, I did make some notes about this, but yeah, no.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I think it might be on another bit of paper. It's been on a bit of paper somewhere else, but it should be alright. We'll figure it out.
Guys, we're still noobs. Remember that. We are the noobs.
Yeah, that was quoted by someone who posted us an email about a week ago on our first episode, saying that we were noobs, or we didn't research enough and all that, which we fully understand, and we still haven't fucking researched much. Especially Stephen and myself, we haven't researched much. Probably more than I probably research a little bit more than Stephen does, because Stephen gets it about 4 nights before we record the episodes, so that's why Stephen hasn't had that much time to practice not practice as such, but to research what we need to.
Yeah, just go through everything.
Yeah, to go through everything. So that's something I need to work on that. So if Stephen hasn't got much information about something, it's not because it's his fault or he's lacking information or what he's learnt. It's because of me as well. Yeah, so global warming is actually it creates heat, creates an ozone layer.
It creates smoke in the air.
Yeah, smoke. No, the more smoke, pretty much, and the more that we use our cars, the more that we use coal to create fossil fuels, it goes up in the air and it creates an ozone layer, which makes the Earth hotter than it should be. That's what it goes in the atmosphere, creates a layer over the atmosphere, and that's why it's so fucking damn hot. And it's
so would you say it's like its own little bubble? Or is
it surrounds.
Would you say it's a bit different?
Yeah, it surrounds the atmosphere up in the Earth. Or more gases that are up there creates more of a global warming happening from down here. And it makes it very hot because the UV rays come through the atmosphere, and then they bounce back off the.
There you go, a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Move closer. Anyway, it bounces back off, and it creates, and that heat gets trapped inside the ozone layer. That's created by the fossil fuels and gases that have been created by us to make energy, pretty much, virtually. I think that's how global warming is actually being created. Gretel would actually know more about this than I do.
What do you mean?
I don't know. She just went on TV and said all the bullshit that she does herself and blames other people for it. Anyway,
it's because her parents in the media industry. She'll just run to her parents.
Yeah, probably.
And then you get some stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, the camera went off. Anyway,
Camera 2 is dead.
It died. Okay. What do we do now, Stephen? What do you reckon?
I think we just continue on.
Okay, I reckon we should continue on as well. So what is an issue is our camera now. Not only global warming, we do have a backup camera, so we might be able to get something sorted out there, if that's all right. So Stephen, you want to talk more about global warming, what you know about it, and I'll be back in around about 2 minutes.
All right, sure.
Okay, yeah, so you talk about global warming, I'll be back, all right, guys? All right, see ya.
All right, global warming. What do I know about it? Not much, to be honest with you. Global warming. It's a massive deterrent. We shouldn't have this in our life. We should stick to more electric cars. Is that related to it? Electric cars or? Yeah, we need. We need more electric cars. Yeah, we need more electric cars. Yeah.
I'll get back.
Yeah, but the thing is with the government, what they want, it's all about profits. It's all about tax. It's all about getting that tax margin at the end of the year. It's not about, okay, can we protect the environment? Can we do a better thing? Can we actually help out? It's more, I want fucking money right now. Fuck you cunts. That's literally the mentality of most governments now. And I think we need to start looking at the global warming as well. And yeah, there's like things that we can actually do to maybe fix this. Like, okay, let's just bring out one solution. Electric cars, that would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah, renewable energy like solar panels,
air turbines,
water powered electricity generated motors. Anything it's caused by nature to make electricity or make energy. That's what we need, but we need more of it rather than. I know it's very expensive. There's one country they've cancelled all coal. I think in the next 5 years they won't have anything that is created by coal or anything that creates.
Is that Switzerland or Greenland? Is that one of them?
It might be one, but I know there's a Caribbean island somewhere or something like this. There's some sort of small island who are creating something different. So that's how it's happening. What's happened with that camera also is that the storage was full. It wasn't the battery at all. So we're going to try and download it onto the computer now. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else to say about global warming, global emissions? Is that the same thing?
Yeah. I think that's what we're actually talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Same thing. Back in high school, I wrote an article about the renewable energy and what?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And got A on it. So.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, thank you. I think I agree with you, Michael. I think we need to get way more like global emission and all that in, and we just need to we just need to get more global emission in, more turbine, just way more things like our fossil fuel running out, right? They're running out, and it's all about the profit. I need money right now. That's all it's about right now. It's not about anything else. So, get off your asses, politician, and do something. The general public can't do a whole lot about it because, like, through marketing and that, like cars that are like through gas and all that, they're still like the main source of things being sold on the market and on TV.
Yeah, one thing I've also noticed is what they're doing is they're bringing up the prices of electricity, gas, petrol, especially petrol, due to people going more onto renewable energy like electric cars and all that. They're actually to actually bring up the prices of fuel. Like across the road, it's $1.57 for the cheapest fuel here in Australia. Usually it's $1.20 or something like that, but it's $1.59 at the moment. So that's quite expensive for fuel because they know people are going to electric cars or they're going to other things. What the fuck is that now? Anyway, they're going to other...
Sound like a phone notification.
No, it's the camera. One of the cameras.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't format, that's why.
We run out of space on DSLR now.
No, on the two-shot camera.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. As long as we have the close-up, we're all good.
We didn't mean to not format it. It's just that
Just so we forgot.
Well, we didn't forget. Like, it's just that...
It just happened.
Yeah, it just happened. We didn't forget about it anyway.
Another mistake, boys. 10 episodes in and it'll be like smooth sailing.
Yeah.
It'll be like a smooth day at the Caribbean Islands on episode 10.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Or it could be that triangle that's in the middle of the ocean.
What do you mean?
Bermuda Triangle, I think it's called. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so let's go back to
yeah, sorry, we're getting
global warming.
Yeah, global warming.
Yeah, so in Antarctica, we've been seeing like lots of the icicles melting. Like pandas, like like fucking struggling. Sorry, just the way I said that.
Pandas live in China.
You know what I mean? Polar bears. Yeah, polar bears struggling to go on the icicles and all that. It's just real tragic to see on the news, and yeah, there's so many of them drowning. We need more people, more action. Someone needs to go over there and do something. I've got a massive feeling the government is hiding something in Antarctica because we haven't seen reports anything in Antarctica for a long time. Yeah,
we haven't actually, have we? I do know that the ice is melting at quite a fast rate. We keep on having a drink at the same time.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so... Fuck, I lost my concentration now. I had a drink. Anyway, yeah, so... Oh, yeah, that's right. The water levels are getting higher each... I'm not sure if it's each year, but it's a small rating.
It's each year. Like even in in Italy, like Venice and that, the water is normally naturally high, but they're saying now in like eventually it might get like it might get flooded. Flooded type thing.
Yeah. The Dutch have actually created their own way of how to stop that. So they make their own islands and all that. And they stop the water from going one bit. And that's how they flood the water. That's how they trap the water in. They've got the right idea of it. Australia's going to be flooded, and it's going to be fucked, like it was millions and millions of years ago when the dinosaurs were alive. Australia used to be flooded, and now it's going to be even worse. And my computer's gone off. So where we are living now, it's going to get flooded anyway. If we don't help this global warming. There is a way of stopping global warming from happening, but it means that we have to do something now rather than later. It's too late, because if it's too late, we're all going to fry up and cook, and flood water is going to come in.
Captain Cook.
Yeah, and if there's a tsunami, that's going to come along with an earthquake. So tsunamis are created by an earthquake of the two tectonic plates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so two tectonic plates that are created off...
and they bounced off each other, and then...
Yeah, they create...
And the wave comes, right?
They create an earthquake. The earthquake happens, a big wave comes along, and bang, we're all fucking dead. Yeah. If the water... Because how waves work is they pull the water out, and then the wave formats comes along, and so the water's pushing that way, and that's how waves are created. If you see a lot of water and you usually see water there, but you don't see, and its water's a bit too far back,
Yeah, but isn't it also when the waves are going back onto the shore, isn't it like a bit higher than usual as well? Like, it might be like, around here normally.
First of all, the waves...
But then it goes...
Yeah, but first of all, the waves, they go... So it comes in normally, and it comes out, and the waves actually the water brings it all the way out.
Oh, so you won't see it until it's too late.
Yeah, kind of. If you see the water coming out a bit more further than usual, actually a lot more further than usual, to get out of that area very quickly and find higher ground. Because there's a tsunami coming right for you. It's every man for their fucking selves. So that's one way of how to survive a tsunami. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So that's not tectonic plates are not actually caused by the Earth's constantly moving. It's moving in its own. There's 7 tectonic plates. I forgot what they're called. But anyway, there's Indo-Australia. I know there's that one. So it's India and Australia in one tectonic plate. And they crash against other ones and they create... That's why there's not much of Christchurch left in New Zealand due to that.
Yeah, because it's on the line, isn't it?
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Japan, they've also got a tectonic plate in Japan, so that's why that's been washed out. Half of Japan's been washed out, and they always got a lot of earthquakes as well that happen there as well. That's due to the tectonic plates moving around, and it's just natural for the Earth to do that. It's been doing it for millions and millions of years since the Earth's been created, and that's something that we can't help. But what we can help is global warming to stop the ozone layer from forming even more, trapping more heat in. Rather than releasing it back out, it's staying inside. And it shouldn't be staying inside. It should be bouncing off the Earth and then bouncing off again. And you'll find that everyone will be a lot more happier than we usually are, because heat does cause stress. This is what I'm meant to believe. And it creates more tired people. The more stressed there are. The more stressed you are, the more depressed you are. And then the death rate does go up each year. Also, it doesn't help when you've got other issues and all. Anyway, everyone's unhappy. So if there's like less global warming, I reckon there'll be a lot more happier people out there than there is now.
Yeah, the whole world will be a happier place.
Because you've got to admit, like, you can't sleep in a hot night, but you can sleep in a freezing cold night.
Yeah, that is true.
But so
because you cuddle up on your teddy bear.
Yeah, you can cuddle up on your teddy bear, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, children.
Your heat pack.
Yeah, your heat pack. Yeah. Some men might want to grab their doodle.
Really?
To keep warm.
I have to go there.
Yeah, I did.
Oh God. This isn't PG anymore, this podcast.
Well, you made it sexual before, so don't get on.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Hopefully no kids will watch this one.
Yeah, hopefully not. But the parents will complain though. Anyway, so global warming is here. It's happening at the moment. People getting more stress due to the hot nights that we do have. That temperature does rise each couple of years by 1 degree. And it does get hotter.
I mean, it's more than 1 degree. I don't know. Like, it feels like it's a bit more than that.
That's 1 degree every 5 years. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
That's the statistic at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're not Dr. Google here or anything like that. Stephen does go on Google, Dr. Google, and gets his his doctor's diagnosis, or what do you want to call it?
What?
He looks up his symptoms on Google, and Google tells him what he has.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Never trust symptoms online though. It's always wrong.
He always does. Anyway, yeah. So he tried telling.
I don't always do. No.
Well, he tried telling me it was a heat headache. I've never heard of that before.
It's basically a headache when it's hot. It's called a heat headache.
Anyway, yeah. So I've never heard that in my life.
Basically, it's a migraine. That's what it actually is.
No, it's something that's come off Dr. Google, and he's believed it. And yeah, you shouldn't actually always believe off what Google doctor says. Sometimes you can believe it, but sometimes you can't. So anyway, global warming is creating stress on people due to the hot environment. The hot environment is creating the water tides to go higher. Animals in Antarctica are trying to find colder ways of how to live, like penguins and all that. And that fucking microphone again, I'm too far away from it. Get nice and close and personal with it. So global warming is here, and it is creating an effect on us, on our mental health, and we need to do something about it now rather than later. Because if we don't do anything about it now, we're all going to be fucked in the future. You've got anything to add to that, Stephen, or?
No. Oh, we're basically near the end now. So
we're near the end. Okay.
All I got to say is, we need to fix this. All right, we'll see you guys for the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, and press that
notification bell. So we'll catch you guys on our next episode.
All right, see you guys.